You're listening to Exploring Anime with Friends, a JMO for Real podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and all major podcasting networks. I'm your host, JMO! And today's friend is my wife and co-host. How's it going today, Sarah?
Hi, everyone. It's going great today.
Excellent, excellent. Are you all excited for today's episode of Exploring Anime with Friends?
I am. Oh, my goodness.
Yes, today we'll be diving into the first season of Classroom of the Elite, a coming-of-age drama released in July of 2017. First, we'll meet our main character, a complex male high school student by the name of Ayana Koji. After that, we will go into what basically happens in the first episode, covering the first month of their enrollment in this prestigious academy, and the twist that awaits both the whole school and Class 1D. After that, we will go into some of the struggles as Class 1D is trying to recover from the most recent news, and Pseudo finds his way to get into one problem after another. Finally, we will go over the rivals that they have in Classes 1C, 1B, and 1A, and illustrate it through the final camping trip of the first season. And if you like what you're hearing today, remember to check us out on social media, like, subscribe, and follow. And if you made it this far, just give that thumbs up right now. All right. Ayana Koji.
Ayana Koji.
Ooh.
He is something.
Yeah, tell us. I don't know where to start.
I'm not sure. I mean, okay, let's start with how he appears to be. He appears to be this fairly laid back, not wanting to rock any boats sort of kid. He's just coasting.
Average.
He's completely average, yes.
Appears to be average.
He appears, keyword, to be average.
Too average.
A little too average. And also he kind of has like a little slick, he's like a little sleepy all the time, look in his eyes. That's just random thing that I feel like I need to note.
He kind of does.
But he's not average.
No.
According to the grades, he's average because he wants them that way.
Yeah.
He's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. It's that kind of thing.
He's playing chess while everyone else is playing Candyland.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, that's a good point. Oh my goodness.
You know who he reminded me of? Because this is one that we've just started watching. This isn't one that we're coming back to. We saw that the fourth season was released, and we're kind of like, you know what? Let's catch up on this and see what we've missed in the past. And man, Koji gives off strong Light Yagami vibes.
Oh, he does. He really does.
It's
not Kira, but Light.
Yeah, he's manipulative. Every move is calculated to a measure beyond where he's showing up fellow strategists, fellow tacticians.
And you say he's manipulative, but I want to say he's very gently manipulative. Like, it's almost like it's okay. Like, I'm okay with you doing that. I'm okay with you completely manipulating me because you're doing it in a manner that benefits us. He's so smooth at it.
Well, there's a girl in his class by the name of Horikita.
Yeah.
And they form a relationship. And no, this is not a rom-com. This is not a romance. When I said it's a drama, it's a drama. Mm-hmm. It feels kind of dystopian at different points in time, to be completely honest.
Oh, yeah.
But she's the female lead. How many times through the course of just the first season alone does he manipulate something good for their class or something good for them and then pass off all the credit to her without anyone else finding out about it?
It's either to her or to someone else. Anyone but him is getting the credit for these things that really, really help them out.
Talk to us about the flashbacks that it's showing from his early childhood days. Like
I mean, you said dystopian, right? Like, he's like in a room with other students and it's just a classroom and they're doing who knows what, some kind of test. They're young, very, very young. And slowly desks start to disappear where it's just him and lesser students until it's just him. And we're like, what exactly where was he when this was happening? Where other kids were getting dismissed and he's just still just doing his test thing. And I'm just like, what happened in his life?
You see points where they're lined up in a line when he's younger, and some of them are just breaking, going into full crying.
Starting to cry, yeah.
And others are showing empathy towards them, but he's just standing there cold. You say laid back, say distant.
You're right. Distance better.
Because the truth of the matter is, and even on the first day of the class, when they're all introducing themselves to each other, he intentionally stutters out I guess this is my name. I'm not really all that good at anything. Didn't really do anything in middle school. And it's like, oh.
Something's wrong. This is an elite school. You don't just show up having done nothing.
Yeah. So and you're just watching him and it's like, this guy is trouble with a capital T, but he's our hero.
He is our hero.
And he does a lot of things for a lot of people, but as he makes it clear, and man, I feel like I'm just giving up something here, but I'm going to say it anyway. The final moment of the last episode of the season, he's like, I don't need anyone. I'm using this person. I'm using that person. They need me, but I don't need them. I will win. I will come out on top. We will be Class 1A because I will be Class 1A.
Yeah.
So the end of the season just really kind of puts that hand around your heart and squeezes it as you're listening to him. I don't know whether you're the son of a crime boss or the son of a military general, but I'll tell you what, his parents ain't normal people. So
we don't have his full background. There's something in there. We're going to watch more.
Yeah, we're going to continue watching. Yeah. So for all we know, this turns up by the middle of the second season.
I hope so, because I want.
And we're just talking. But so this is one that we're going to continue. We have officially been hooked. All right. Anything else you want to say about Ayano before we start moving into this first day through first month of class?
I mean, he's fun to watch. He really is. And like you can tell when he's got that look in his eye, even though like it's kind of sleepy, half closed lids kind of look, you know he's calculating something.
There's a coldness as his eyes radiate that yellow with an orangish tint.
I like how they did his eyes, to be honest. So most of these characters have a little eye thing that's cool.
Yeah, I have a new top 10 anime character for me.
Yeah, no, he's pretty cool.
One of the things that you'll see at the start of every episode, there's a quote, and the quote just always feels so dystopian in nature. And we're not going to ruin any of these, but
no, they're really cool though.
You hear Ayano internal monologue. Are all people really equal? Like, yes, maybe they were equal at birth, but then things change immediately. And it's going through it. And it shows him and other students for this prestigious academy on a bus headed to the school. You want to take that opening scene?
Yeah.
And Ayano and Horikito's reaction to it afterwards?
Yeah. So basically, as buses are, this is a very full bus. There's some people standing, all the seats are actually taken. And there's this, I believe it was a little old lady, basically. And one of the students that's on their way to the school is looking around. She's standing as well already. And she's like, can someone give up their seat for this little, old lady? A lot of people are just kind of, mentally checked out. They don't care what's going on over there. Ayano kind of glances over at Horikita, and for a second they make eye contact, but neither of them volunteer their spot. Someone eventually volunteers their spot, but they don't. And when they get off the bus, Horikita, who they don't know each other yet, she's like, hey, why were you looking at me? Very defensive. And he is like, I just wanted to see if you would do what I would do or if you would give up your spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it goes a step past that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I was too not bothered to get involved. And she's like, well, then we're not the same because I did it to not relinquish my standing. It was very different reasons because one of them thought themselves above normal people and one of them thought themselves apart from normal people, which is a distinction that you see between the two of them as their relationship blossoms through the season, which really the way it started versus the way it ended is a blossom to some extent.
That.
They find out that they're sitting next to each other in the back of the classroom, and she's like, oh, I have to sit by you. And he's like, the feeling's mutual. Some of the future popular kids in the class are already introducing themselves to everyone. And they're saying, hey, we should all get to know each other. And this is where Kushida kind of kicks in a little. Tell us about Kushida's little happy and sunshine peppy speech.
Oh my gosh.
That she says to the class right at the beginning.
Well, you nailed the hammer on the head. She's also the one that was trying to politely find someone to take a spot on the bus so the old lady could sit down. But she's just full of sunshine and rainbows, and she just wants to be everyone's friend. And can't we all just be friends and let's do our best? And
that's her goal. Her goal is to be friends with everyone in the whole school.
Everyone.
Yeah. Friends with everyone. Such a noble quest. Eventually one of the people in the class is just kind of yeah, this is for middle school.
Yeah.
And then the teacher comes in and she starts to give the rules. You want to talk about the rules?
I mean, the rules are pretty clear.
No, they're not.
like Muddy Water Clear. Everyone is given 100,000 yen, also called points.
Yeah.
They can use it to buy whatever they want, as long as it's on the campus. They're not allowed to leave. There's dorms and stuff. So there's a convenience store. There's a whole bunch of like fancy places too.
Yeah, right?
And they're told that you will get points again next month.
Yep. ... And then they're not told about the real rules. But two things that we need to focus on when they were mentioned is that points can be used to purchase anything.
Anything.
And that was said, and that's something that it's come back to multiple times during the first season. And the other thing that is pointed out is that you'll be assigned points based on your value and worth. Getting into the school, they already had worth. This is a school that has 100% of the students go on to careers, university. You've already made it if you've made it here.
Yep.
So to show that value is why they get the 100,000 points. And man, these students kind of just think they're getting this 100,000 every month. Don't they?
Yeah. Some of them, one guy dropped on a computer. Like, that's your food money too, bro. What are you doing?
Dropping it on video game systems,
Yep.
expensive treats and sweets and drinks, clothing and everything. And here we find in the little convenience store, the little drugstore that's in the middle of all this lavishness, Horikita's getting bargain stuff. And Ayana Koji walks into the store
Yeah.
and he starts making us small purchases himself. And they have a conversation where they can't believe the school is this decadent, how it's this irresponsible with money.
That's technically a lot of money.
So there's got to be a catch.
Yep. They don't know what it is, but they know there's something up. So they're being more frugal than some of their classmates.
Yep. So they're being smart. They've noticed there's free items.
There are free items. It's cheap
Yeah.
and stuff, but I mean, it's something.
And if free items are there, there has to be a reason why they're there. And we're going to just push that off a little more because at this point in time, people start to notice that Horikita and Ayana Koji are the two quiet kids in the class, but they're kind of getting
They're hanging
along
out a little.
It's looking like maybe something's going on. Neither one of them are
Maybe.
joining cliques. Neither one of them are hanging out with anyone but each other.
Mhm.
What people don't realize it really is just happy accidents.
Yeah.
that
just
they're with each other.
happen to be there.
But the person who really notices is Kushida, and she wants to become friends with Horikita. So she meets up with Ayana Koji, and he's like, sure, I'm your friend, or something like that.
Yeah.
And she wants to use him to meet Horikita. Can you tell us about that setup there?
Oh my goodness, yes. So Ayana Koji ends up getting Horikita a phone call and is like, hey, you want to get drinks at the cafe? Very bland sounding, but I don't know. I guess it's a date. So she agrees to it. Kind of surprised me, honestly, that she agreed. Oh, guess who just so happens to be here as they're saying hi to each other?
Yeah.
Kushida was way too obvious. Horikita was like, I'm out. This was a setup. And
Yep.
she just like leaves. I was like, dang, girl's good. She recognized it. She saw the game that was being played and she just left.
Horikita is also someone who's really intelligent, and
Yep.
she's really perceptive too. And she knows at times that Ayana Koji is using her, but he's using her for things that are benefiting them. And she also gets put on the spot very quickly, and
Oh, yeah.
she won't take her shot at him when she gets put on the spot. Kushida continues to try to break into their little friend group. And meanwhile, Ayana Koji realizes that Horikita, she is the younger sister of the student council president, and that their relationship is far from anything good.
Very on the rocks.
But we'll talk about him more when go into Pseudo a little bit later. Sounds good?
That's fair.
Yeah, and one of the things that we do see by pretty early on is that Kushida really doesn't like Horikita. And
Oh my
she's hiding
gosh.
that inside her.
Yeah.
She hates her to the point where she actually blackmails Ayana Koji if he reveals her true feelings towards Horikita. Not that Horikita doesn't know,
She
because
probably knows.
Horikita's perceptive
She's
and
got,
she
like, vibe
knows that
checks.
she's pretty good at figuring things out, but we're tangenting here. The first month of classes ends. The renewal date comes around for the points. And at this point in time, Class D, that contains all of our favorite people and all of our least favorite people,
That
gets
changes.
0.
Everyone gets 0 points.
Somehow they lost every point that they would have earned. And this is when you realize this is for real. And this is just at the end of the first episode.
Yeah.
So it really gripped me immediately. Another thing that's for real is Dubby hydration drink. So I'm drinking a lemonade again today. By now, you guys know that I like the Dubby Hydrator lemonade. It's no secret. You see me with it almost every single week, but I'm going to have a sip now and tell us a little about it.
No, I mean, they're good. The flavors we've had are really good. I'm not having one right now. I just had the energy drink earlier today, the mango orange cream, which is honestly tastes like an orange creamsicle. It's delicious. But I had that earlier today, so I figured I was good at this moment.
Yeah, you go to dubby.com and pick up your order. Put in our code Exploring Anime 524. That's Exploring Anime in all caps, and then the numbers 524 afterwards. You get a little 10% discount. We like it, and we hope that you'll like it too. And if you're still listening at this point in time, give the subscribe, right?
Drop us a comment too.
Hey,
We'd love to hear from our viewers.
You've just made it through half of an episode, and we didn't turn you off.
Yeah.
You must like us.
You must.
You love us.
And they're gone. No, I'm kidding.
you love us the way that Kushida loves Horikita.
Oh, jeez. That's the
To
worst.
the face. Man, can you believe those two? We've been watching A Classroom of the Elite on Crunchyroll. So things continue to develop. And in addition to the value of being given to the class and the teacher reaming them out for that, she has basically said anyone who gets a failing grade on the upcoming midterms, they will be expelled.
Well, they're out. Yeah.
And our class has 3 problem children. 2 of them, EK plays a little bit of role later in the season, so we'll mention him by name, but Pseudo is the one we're really focusing on
Yes.
now. Talk to us about our buddy Pseudo.
Pseudo's great. He's got anger problems. Oh my gosh. Kid likes to get feisty fast.
Thrilling anger management issues,
Yeah,
right?
Definitely. He's there. He loves basketball. That's a sport. He's a tall guy, so it kind of fits. And he's just not really caring about them, like the class. He's there for the sport. He's not there for the education.
Yeah, and he just continues to do his own thing. Horikita uses Kushida to get them to a study group. And after she basically talks down to all of them, they all walk out.
Yeah, she's not that great at the whole public speaking thing.
No, but she starts working on herself, and Kushida continues to work on them. And Ayana Koji goes into the background and starts weaving his magic. They start working with these 3, and soon enough, that these 3 are all in their group. 6 of them are hanging out together all the time. That number is going to get bigger as the season goes along. Yeah. But one of the things that Ayana Koji does, he tricks them into studying. He uses a series of things. He trades points to get text questions from an upperclassman so that they can study the text questions from the previous year. He confirms that the tests that they've already had were there the previous year.
Same exact questions and answers.
Yeah. Ayana Koji at this point in time is talking to Horikita, and it's pretty clear that this is well within the parameters of what points are supposed to be used for.
Yeah, especially considering the upperclassmen did it so freely.
The teachers take a very hands-off approach. The teacher didn't once correct for talking in class, for missing class, texting during class. Everything was just taking away points.
Yep.
They're allowing them to use their connections, to use clout, to use bribery, and they're allowing them to fail to see who will rise from that.
Yep.
So he gets the previous questions. He gets it leaked to Pseudo. He doesn't go directly to him. He gets it leaked to Pseudo, and Pseudo studies and goes through everything. And by the time the midterms are over, Class 1D is on the board again. And it comes time to check out the points. The problem with that is they get delayed because they had to double check a few things. And one of the things that had to be double checked was that it turns out Pseudo did fail one of the tests by a single point.
By one darn point.
And this is where Ayana Koji starts to work his magic.
Yep.
Talk to us about the unique relationship between Ayana Koji and his teacher.
So,
which, by the way, teachers are going to be with them all throughout their whole
Yes,
their
their
whole
teacher.
high school career. They don't get anyone else. They don't switch classes. They don't switch teachers. They don't switch classmates. Everything stays the same unless there's an expulsion.
So the teacher's like, you guys have fun talking with your friend for the last time because he's getting kicked out at the end of class. And she goes up for a smoke break, just leaves them to talk. Well, Ayana Koji's not having any of that. He's already got it figured out that if someone gets expelled from class, and the whole purpose right now is to excel to become 1A. Like, we're
Yep.
1D. We want to be 1A. If we lose someone during that time, that might actually completely stop us from hitting 1A. What if one of the things of 1A is none of your fellow students can be expelled?
Well, the other thing too, test scores, what if they're added up instead of averaged out?
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what the rules are because they didn't tell you the rules.
Tell you the rules.
An expulsion could mean the end of their journey towards 1A.
Yeah. So Ayana Koji slips out, finds where the teacher's smoking, and is like, so, test scores. We can use our points to buy 1 point of the test score.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can. You can totally do that. It's expensive as heck.
And she gouges. She says 100,000 points.
That's what they had for the month initially.
Yeah.
And he didn't have 100,000 points. And Horikita shows up and she's like, I'll supplement too. Because she also had that feeling of, if someone from our class is expelled, how much harder is it for us to get to that 1A?
Yeah.
So kudos for them for figuring out that would work that way. And kudos to them for just doing it.
And at that point in time, everything changes because everything is buyable. But the next trouble that Pseudo gets into, he can't buy his way out of.
No, he can't.
He is being accused of calling 3 people from Class C to a location and beating the crap out of them.
And completely starting the fight.
The good thing for him is that a classmate caught it all. Enter Sakura. Talk to us a little bit about Sakura and what she saw.
Sakura's got image issues. Let's start there.
Yeah.
Shy, quiet-seeming girl. And she was taking pictures of herself at the time. She has pictures of what very well could be someone else starting this fight. Pseudo and the other 3 boys were there all at the same time. So she's got evidence of that. And in the pictures, doesn't look like Pseudo's the one that's starting to throw the punch.
Unfortunately, it's
just
pictures.
Photos.
It's not a video, and it doesn't go from the beginning. So it's not quite enough evidence. And this is being done in a student council meeting because the student council solves all of these disputes. So before they can get the points for here, they have to find out if someone's even getting expelled. And at this point in time, Class 1C, they've set this whole thing up because Pseudo is known as a hothead.
Yeah.
But there's just no proof. A plea bargain is agreed to between the 2 teachers, but then Horikita stands up and she's like, no, we're not going to plea. We're going to prove that this is malicious. We're going to prove that he's innocent and that these 3 from Class C should be expelled. The problem is the proof doesn't show up.
Yeah.
Ayana Koji works his magic again.
He has a plan.
Tell us what they ended up doing.
So they set up a little meeting with our 3 Class 1C jerks, and that's at the same exact spot where the fight happens.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, would you believe it? There's cameras. Huh. If you don't just withdraw your complaint, which that's one of the many paths this could go. They could just withdraw their complaint. If you'll just withdraw the complaint, we might have to look at the actual footage. And if you're caught lying to the student council about this, you're gonna get expelled.
And they pointed off the hands-off approach that the teachers have taken up to this point in time. So for all they know, the teachers and the student council are just waiting for them to dig their grave.
Yeah.
And much to the anger of the head of Class 1C, they withdraw their complaint.
Yep.
Pseudo walks away scot-free, nothing happens, and Class 1D starts to get on the board a little. It's a start in the right direction for a group that, frankly, if it didn't have Ayana Koji, would already be DOA.
Can I explain one more thing about that?
Yeah.
The cameras, they weren't real. Fair.
Subtly put the seed into Horikita's brain to where she thought of it.
Yeah.
And afterwards, she's like, you made me do that. And he's like, no, you're the one who saved Pseudo. You're the one who saved Class 1D. I didn't do anything.
Yep.
And at this point,
such a good character.
He's starting to get on the radar of the higher ups in other classes. And it's heading towards their summer break and everything. They're taking a cruise out on the water. You start to see how other classes are starting to look at Class D more seriously because of Horikita, Ayana Koji, and a few others along the way. And this is where the rivals really start to come in. Before we go there, this cruise ship is actually taking them to a deserted island.
Oh, but they don't know.
The last 3 episodes of the season is a week-long survival with more or less the basics and a handful of points that they're given to where they can purchase things from a catalog. If you're sick, you're removed. Your team loses points. If you're injured, you're removed. Your team loses points. If you start fighting, your team loses points. If you steal and get caught, your team loses points. And man, there's so much that's going on here.
No way to get points, though.
Occupying certain spots on the map.
Fair.
By occupying every 8 hours. And there's enough spots on the map for everyone. You also get 50 extra points at the end if you guess someone's captain correctly. And man, we could go into what Ayano Koji does here.
Oh, it's so crazy.
But we're not going to. We'll tell you what the result is. We ain't telling you how it got there. Class 1D wins.
Yep.
Class 1C, their biggest antagonist, gets 0.
It's beautiful.
Class 1A finishes second to last, who is their lesser antagonist. And Class 1B, who gets along with everyone, finishes in second. Let's talk about them from the most lovable to the least lovable. Starting with Ichinose, the pink-haired leader of Class B.
I mean, she's a cutie, unless she's manipulating everyone too. Would not be surprised. She's someone you could easily be a friend with.
Very likable, just a very kind individual. Now, I'm sure there's a darker side that we haven't seen yet, because we've only seen season 1, and frankly, everyone seems to have a darker side.
They do.
But she is someone who everyone likes and gets along with. Moving up to Class 1A, they're the elitists. They're the ones who are in charge at this point in time. We find out through the course of this camping trip that they're split because one of the 2 class leaders is a strong conservative and the other one of the 2 class leaders is a reformist. You got our bald-headed, butt-chin military archetype in Katsuragi, and then you have our calm, laid-back, high-fashion Katsunayagi. That doesn't show any of them button heads until like the very end of the final episode, when her faction has basically taken control of the class because he made a deal with Class 1C that completely backfired, took them from first place for this island event to third place, barely getting on the board. And Class 1C, do you want to talk to us about the complete jackwagon that is Ryugen?
No.
No.
No, I'm kidding. He's a jerk. He's got his own like bodyguard that
Albert.
Yeah, that does what he wants to. Like, if someone's head needs to be cracked for a second,
like full head and shoulders taller than than the second period.
Almost.
Yeah.
But no, he's a big jerk, and he gets his way, and it's either his way or Albert to do something about it.
He's calling people by their given names who he's not familiar with. He's constantly making sleazeball comments and everything. He's just the type of person that you really want to rearrange the face of. But at the same point in time, when his class needed him to step up and be the guy for them, he actually was.
He was, yeah. I mean,
which is
impressive.
But he hides the fact that he's that type of person. Obviously, we're not rooting for him, but
Never.
Have a little more respect in a this guy's dangerous sort of way when you saw what he did during the island event.
Oh, yeah.
It makes for a very compelling series moving forward. I can't wait to continue watching this series.
Definitely.
You want to say anything about it, hun?
I mean, it was a fun ride. There were maybe 2 instances that I didn't like, and we're not going to get into them.
There were some rough moments.
Yeah.
Quick warning. It says it's TV 14.
I'd rate it higher.
It plays much more like a TV 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely warning on that. Other than those 2 specific instances, and one was dealt with very quickly, this show is great. It's great watching Ayano Koji try to figure his way into things and figure his way out of things and push the fame that he should have onto someone else because he's just low profile. It's a great show.
Yeah, no, it's one of the ones that really has me excited to continue watching it. Ayano Koji is falling in my favorite character list. I don't know where yet, but he's pretty high up there for me at this point in time. As a whole, it was very well paced. It gave you a lot for just 12 episodes.
And not in a way that seemed rushed.
Yeah, there were parts I liked a lot, and there were parts I didn't like. So it's going to go back and forth. But something in there is going to grasp you. Something there is going to hook you. But I was completely taken in by that first episode.
Definitely.
And I was like, yeah, no, I don't even need to see a second one. We're doing this. So
true story.
Once again, we explored the first season of Classroom of the Elite. We dove into our main character, Ayano Koji, and all that he is. After that, we went into the first day through the first month, and we learned about the rules of the school, meeting both Kushida and Horikita, and finding out their roles in this story. After that, we met a few more classmates, including Pseudo, and the trouble that Class 1D seems to find themselves in all the time. And then we took a little bit of look at the other rivals that Class 1D has. We hope you had as much fun exploring the first season of Classroom of the Elite as we have, and consider watching this anime. Bye. So if you like what you heard today, make sure you listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, or wherever you stream your podcast. Listen to all of our J-Mill for Real podcast. And hit us up on social media, like, subscribe, and follow. Once again, this was Exploring Anime with Friends. Let's explore together. And now for a word from our sponsors. And today's show was brought to you by Dubby Energy, a modern approach to energy drinks with no sugar, dyes, or fillers added. Dubby Energy, be better. And use code EXPLORINGANIME524 for 10% off your order. That's EXPLORINGANIME524, one word, all capital letters, for 10% off your latest Dubby Energy order. Link listed in the show notes.